Best bites forever.
Hi, I'm Chef Alicia, and today I'm making bacalao with my father-in-law Orlando. Yummy bacalao!
Hola, hoy le hemos preparado uno de los platos más favoritos y más típicos de la isla de Puerto Rico, que es el bacalao con aceite verde y huevos duros. Hoy lo hemos preparado con las siguientes verduras: con yucca, malanga, yautia, guineitos verdes y aguacate, para que disfruten.
Yum! I'm starting off here with 2 pounds of bacalao, which is salted codfish, and you have to soak this overnight and change the water a couple of times. And I have 2 pounds here, but 1.5 pounds is going to be for my bacalao, and 1/2 pound is going to be for bacalaitos. So here I have my veggies. I have a yucca, yautia, taro root. This is a purple yam, and I'm going to use 2 of those, and then you can either use red or a white onion. That's going to be your choice. Also get some salt water boiling on the stove. The first thing that I'm going to deal with is my yucca. I'm just going to trim off the ends, peel it, and remove that root that is inside. If you don't know how to do that, pop over to my video and watch it, and then you'll know how. Put those into that salted water. The next thing that I'm going to do is cut up my taro root. So I'm just going to remove the edges and the ends that have been exposed to air because they get a little bit dry. Cut it into more manageable pieces, peel it, and then slice it up. And that is also going to go into the water. After that, I'm going to move on to my yautia. Here I have yautia lila, and I'm just going to trim off the ends, cut it into pieces, and then into the pot it goes. Next, I'm going to do my purple yam. Again, this is not traditional, but it is very yummy and very beautiful. It also has a nice sweet flavor, which I like in my bacalao. So I'm going to peel it, cut it into pieces, and add it into the pot of salted water. Now I'm going to get going on the stove, 12 eggs along with some water, which I'm going to simmer my bacalao in. So I'm going to bring that front pot up to a simmer, not a boil, a simmer, add the fish, and simmer that for 15 minutes. While that's cooking, I'm going to take some green bananas and trim off the end, and then just take them and take off both ends, slice it down the side, and then slice it down the other side and put it into a bowl or a pot of hot water. This pot is not turned on, it's just very hot water. This is going to make it a lot easier to remove those peels because otherwise they're pretty difficult to take off. And then just use the tip of your knife and take them off, and into the pot they go. So 15 minutes has passed and our fish is done simmering, so we're going to remove that. The fish has a nice natural separation that you can just kind of follow when you're breaking it apart into pieces. So break your fish apart into pieces following that nice natural separation. Also, if you come across any of this kind of white skin on it, just take a spoon and scrape it off. It won't hurt you if you eat it, so don't worry about it, but if you want to remove it, you can just use a spoon. The next thing that we're going to do is remove our vegetables which are done cooking over in the pot, and just test them as you're pulling them out and make sure that they're done. Okay, now back over to our meat. We're putting 1.5 pounds in one bowl and 1/2 pound in the other, and that extra 1/2 pound we're going to use for bacalaitos, and we're just adding some olive oil into the one we're using for the bacalao, about a cup. Next, I'm going to chop up 1 red onion, and I'm going to slice this super thin when I'm doing it, and again, that's up to you. You can make it as thin or thick as you want. Add it into the bowl with the fish and the olive oil, and I don't like to use a spoon here. I like to use my hands just because it's kind of more gentle to mix it. The next thing you're going to do is place it into a serving dish and just kind of move it around, make it all pretty. Put your boiled eggs there. By the way, there's also a video for boiling perfect boiled eggs if you don't know how. Put a little bit of fresh black pepper, some sea salt, and then we're just going to garnish with a little bit of chopped cilantro. So chop up some beautiful fresh cilantro by just putting it into a neat little pile and chopping through it, and then just go over it once or twice with your knife. I am going to sprinkle that over my beautiful plate up here, and then I'm just going to put the vegetables into some bowls next to it and serve it. If you would like this or any of my recipes, please visit bestbitesforever.com or check out my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and happy cooking, everyone.
bestbitesforever.com